politically street, man. That's one of the coldest names you can have. Because we out here in these streets, but these politics is trickling down, so it's all intertwined, man. So we got to figure out how to work it the way we work. So shout out to politically street.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Politically Street. I'm your community ambassador, Robin J. Anderson, and I'm here with another person that she don't know. She got a, she's near and dear to me. She don't know. I have a good friend of mine, Miss Valencia Lee. Miss Valencia Lee, welcome to Politically Street.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here.
All right.
Thank you.
Good. So Valencia and I, we met, man, through a friend of mine, Mr. John Nelson. Shout out to Mr. John Nelson. I'm not sure how my name came up.
I think we were talking about politics, and he was like, "Hey, I got somebody I want you to meet."
Really?
And it's been ever since.
Right. But you called me because at the time you were working with a magazine.
Yes.
Regular magazine. We were supposed to do an interview on me at the company that I had at the time and whatnot. So I'm still with that interview, but
We didn't get to that.
we never got to.
Oh, okay.
But no, Miss Valencia Lee, man, she really helped me out during my campaign, man. She really kind of lighted the fire under me a little bit, you know what I mean? So, but before we dive into that, Valencia, tell everybody, like, so where'd you grow up? Where you from?
I am from Dallas, Texas,
Mhm.
Oak Cliff.
Oak
Graduated from Carter High School. So,
Okay.
I'm in Houston now. I'm happy to be here.
Mhm.
I love my city, Dallas, but I'm loving it here in Houston. So.
Gotcha. So you went to high school in Dallas as well?
Yes.
And then from there you went to?
I went to Texas A&M University in College Station.
You're an Aggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full academic scholarship. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so you were smart then.
Kinda. I like to mix my book sense and my common sense and my street sense up,
Gotcha.
I have a nice little balance.
Gotcha. Okay. And the reason why I'm asking is because like I want people to know who you are as far as a person. You know what I mean? And so not that, because I had a guy on here before, Mr. Mark Bazadua. He's an author as well, and he talked about his stint in prison, how he grew up, and things like that. And so our lives kind of how we grow up is not how we have to end. If that makes sense.
Yes,
right,
absolutely.
Right. So growing up, was you have a mother and father in the home, or?
I mean, the average person has two parents?
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say I had probably 0.5.
Oh wow, okay.
But God was always with me. My grandmother, my grandparents, for the most part, they kept me out of trouble. My aunts, so I'm not, gonna talk bad about my mom,
Of course not.
because I know she did the best she could with me and my little brother as a single parent. My dad, drugs, so he was in and out of my life. So my whole goal was to get out of that situation and just try to create something better for myself.
Check, gotcha. Okay. And so I'm asking all this for a reason. So so when A&M, what was your major out here?
I did political science and communications, double major.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And so what did you want to do with that?
So actually, I was the first black woman to lobby higher education policies from Texas A&M University.
Wow.
At first, it was all white men.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in spring of 2009. I had the opportunity to go. So I was the first black, one of the first blacks, and I was the first black woman to go represent Texas A&M in Capitol Hill. And basically, we just spent a lot of time writing laws and policies to get more funds from the federal government to give lower income students at the university more money to study abroad. So we went to legislation, did presentations, and we got the law passed. So.
Oh wow. So for people who are listening, what exactly are policies? Because so I know that the government, any kind of local government over to our president, they have policies. Can you explain exactly what policy is?
Policy is it's basically the same thing as a law. So I basically got into politics because as a child, because I've always wanted to know, okay, who's controlling all the resources? Who decides who gets what? Who gets this? So that's kind of how I got involved into it.
Okay.
So that kind of answers your question.
Gotcha. No, I did, yeah. So because when I was running, I don't want to call them constituents, that's like you don't have any kind of affiliation, but I think the stakeholders really don't have an idea of what their city council persons or elected officials do, you know, and what their duties are. You know, the main thing they want to hear is, okay, well, how you gonna make my community better, and what's your plan, right? Instead of saying, hey, you know what, we have a plan. We want you to do this for us.
And then you get a lot of people, most people, they go vote for the president. You know, the president's never been to your neighborhood, he hasn't been to your town, don't know where you stay, don't know your street. So you vote for the president and they have absolutely no idea of what's going on in your city or town. So the thing about it is you should vote for your city council, your state representatives, because at the end of the day, those are the people who know what's going on and the issues and problems that's going on in your city or town. But people like to focus on the presidential election. So
yeah, local elections for some reason they don't get a lot of shine. I'm trying to figure out why, but but anyway, let's back up. So you went to A&M and then I'm assuming you graduated, right?
Yes, graduated.
You got a degree from A&M. I don't know too many black folks. Right?
I actually went up there this weekend, and I hated that place.
Oh, wow.
I hated College Station. I used to call it a hellhole.
Wow.
But I went back up there this weekend. I hadn't been in a long time, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, I came from Oak Cliff to this place, you know, and anybody that know anything about Texas A&M, when I got there in 2005, we were the largest black population there at the time. So black population pretty much doubled. And College Station was not ready for that at all. So it was a rough, I was forced to build character. I had to learn to take accountability for my actions. Like it was definitely boot camp for life.
So my A&M experience was the Texas Olympiad. They used to have like that's the only kind of experience I had with A&M. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, when you go out to I'm in the class, 300 plus people, and I'm the only black person in there. So on the weekends, if I was off work, I'm going to Prairie View. You know, that was my getaway.
Shout out to PV. You know,
shout out to PV.
Yeah, that's my stomping grounds, man. You know, so from A&M, where'd you land?
Here in Houston.
Okay.
Here in Houston. My little brother was here. Like I said, I did not want to go back to Dallas. Like that was just not an option. I ended up getting a sales job here, and I've pretty much been in sales ever since then. I do write. I published 2 of my own books last year. I had the privilege of publishing 4 books. 2 of them were my own. So I keep myself busy, you know. I see.
That's I was going to segue into the writing part, because I know. How did you get into the magazine as far as that?
Well, the magazine started me and some friends that I graduated with Texas A&M University from. We would go around. We knew a lot of people, rappers, artists, like activists like yourself. We just knew a lot of people that own businesses, and we just wanted to highlight their talents and just put it in collections. So that's how I got involved in that. We would write articles, and quarterly we would throw these big parties and invite everybody to come out, you know, so we can celebrate, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. So that's kind of how I got into that.
Gotcha. So where did this writer bug come from?
Man, I've been writing since I was 8. Like I say, my life has not been, you know, a walk in the park. Starting from the time my little brother shot me in the ear when, I was 5 and he was 2. I'm missing a piece of my ear, you know, because they used to leave a gun around the house. So it's, like I say, my life is not a walk around the park. So I used to use writing. That was my escape from, you know, the conditions that I was in. So my Aunt Dee Dee, she actually has like stuff I was writing when I was young. So don't know what the word I was writing about, but she got it. So maybe one day I'll get it back.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah. So you've written books and you help people write books as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that it's so you're such a layered person. So from writing, you even help consult people as well, right? So it means for either in politics as well, or just writing books.
Mostly politics and some small businesses with their marketing and sales.
Okay. So sales is pretty much like your niche.
Yeah, sales is the niche. It definitely pays the bills. Writing is more of my passion because it's something that I have to do. It helps relieve stress. Like it's just something that I have to do. It's part of my creativity is to write. But sales is pretty much where it's at.
Gotcha. Now we had a young lady on here last podcast, and she was talking about mental health and how us as a people, and I don't want to use it as a crush, but really. Black people we suffer from PTSD just from us being who we are. You know what I mean? Because like she was explaining to me about like, let's say if I have my son and we're talking, and I have to coach him through a traffic stop. You know what I mean? From a cop, you know, I can put my trauma onto him. It's like it's inherited in a sense. I was like, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? You know, so you said, but writing helps you as far as...
It helps with mental health, all of that. Like
Gotcha.
I say, you know, and I'm not afraid to say, you know, I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder twice.
Mm-hmm.
So it just helps me to just, you know, you let your thoughts is what pretty much cause all these bad thoughts, you know, and you just going crazy, all these anxiety and these mental health problems.
Mm-hmm.
So to get rid of it, I'll just write about what's ever on my mind, and it helps relieve it. You know, it's more of a healing tool for me. So.
I got you. Yeah, that makes sense, man. A lot of people hear mental health or bipolar disorder and think that you're crazy, but it's actually, it happens. You know what I mean?
It's just a matter, for me, it was just a matter of finding a balance in my life. Like, I think I was just so focused on just the bad things that had gone wrong in my life and not focusing on the good things that I could have or accomplish in life. It was just finding that balance and just being able to say, okay, this is where I came from. I can't change it, you know, and just being able to move forward and accept it for what it is.
Oh, that's powerful. I'm glad you said that, man. I'm seeing you grow right before my eyes, man. You know.
Hey, yeah, you've been knowing me for a while, so yeah, you would definitely get to experience that. So.
Right, gotcha. Let me check. So, what are your inspirations as far as like writing capacity? Like, is it Eric Dickerson? Is it what's this, Soldier?
I just tell stories of. I actually probably need to find a lane that I need to stay in with my writing. Like my first book, Awkward Relationships, it was a short story collection for adult women, you know. And my second book, you know, Magic in the Jungle here, it was a young adult fiction. So it's just a matter of just being, just whatever's on my mind and just being able to create. I don't necessarily have, you know, anything in particular that I write about. I am working on volume 2 of Awkward Relationships, so it should be
I
out
think you left
here.
people kind of hanging, trying to see what's going to happen next.
Volume 2 coming soon.
Okay.
But I mean, the ultimate goal with all this is I want to be a filmmaker. So I want to be able to write films and get my films put out, you know, Hollywood studios. So that's the ultimate goal for it, you know.
I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. So just
But you mean you didn't know you in one of the films we did marriage counseling.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna plug it. You know what I mean? Because so y'all.
You might have to add that to the podcast.
So just so y'all didn't know, man, Miss Valencia gave me my first acting gig. You know what I mean? It's called marriage counseling and whatnot. And so I think it's Oscar worthy. You know, but. You know, but I had a good time, and that was, you know, it was fun, you know.
Yeah, we had fun. We definitely had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Shout out to our friend Miss Rhonda Williams and John and Miss Rail. Yeah, shout out to them, man. So y'all, where can they find it? Is it still on YouTube?
It's still on YouTube, actually.
Okay.
It's still on YouTube.
Okay, so it's called Marriage Counseling.
It's called marriage counseling. So
Gotcha.
you can definitely YouTube that and look it up. I have to post it on my Facebook.
Yeah, you got to put it back out there, man, so we can get some more views, man. You know, so I think I held my own, you know what I mean? So,
we never got a chance to do part 3, and I wrote it too.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah, I wrote it. We never got a chance to do it, so we might have to do it.
What we need? I mean, we got a camera, we got people.
We finna make some stuff happen for sure. We finna make some stuff happen. So
Right.
we'll look at by the end of this year.
Okay.
You know, hopefully I can have my first film produced. So.
Gotcha. So, have you reached out to Ms. Koyo? I know Koyo is trying to really.
And so, you know, I can talk to Koyo. You know, Koyo, one of the main people, Dakari Henderson, he had 3D Productions, Pierre, 11th Power. So I have like quite a few production companies that I can collab with as far as directors, actors, and things like that. So, like, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Gotcha. So are any of these books going to turn into movies?
I'm actually considering doing Magic in the Jungle in a movie. I think it'll be a really good movie for high school boys.
Okay, got it. Oh, for high school boys?
Yeah.
That's a good lane to get into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. So what are some of your, like, people that you look up to as far as mentor-wise, or, you know, I mean, I'm actually...
Well, you, of course.
Stop it, man.
No, for real. I mean, everybody that's in my circle, like I say, you, Miss Gwen, Koyo, just everybody that's pretty much around me, because everybody just, it's like, y'all know y'all purpose, you know, and everybody's out to get it and make a change, you know, so, and you not letting anybody get in your way to make it happen. So, you know, that's admirable. So, you know, that's why I keep y'all around me.
Or vice versa, right? You know,
yeah.
So, gotcha, man. So, Out there in the political world, I know you worked in a few campaigns before. What are some of the things that stood out to you as far as working behind the scenes and in front of the scenes?
Oh, wow. Man, but politics is a dirty business. I got to see a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't have seen, but yeah. Money is pretty much run politics. I mean, you have to have a lot of money to do politics, especially depending on what level and the amount of people that you're trying to reach. It's very intense. It's a 7-day-a-week job. Like I met a lot of nice people though. You know, like Aisha, you know, who you just recently did an interview on. Yeah, I mean, I meet a lot of people that's out, like I say, trying to actually change the community, uplift it, and just make it better. So, I mean, it makes it all the wow. You know, if you're doing long hours, you might as well have fun with it, right?
That's true. That's true, man. Say when you find something that you like to do, you never work again. Then
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, yeah. Yes, but one of my mentors, Judah Boney, man, he speaks highly of you too, man. He said, yeah, man, she's gonna go far. I was like, well, my thing is to put people in positions, basically to capitalize off my network, because that's the only way we're gonna make it. You know what I mean? If we don't sit here and share our resources, it's just not gonna work.
Shout out to Honorable Judah Boney.
Yeah, Judah.
I talked to him not too long ago, so
yeah,
he always got some inspirational words for me. So
right, yeah. I'm trying to get him to come out here, man, but I don't think he's gonna come out to go to him.
You might have to go to him.
Yeah,
You definitely got to go to him.
Man,
but that'll be a good interview, though.
It will. Yeah, so I should go to the upper room or in his living room. I don't know just yet. But
I don't know. You might not let you up there, though. Might need to get a movie on him.
Right? Yeah, straight up, man. But no, yeah, shout out to Judon, man. Judon, he was one of the only really persons who let me shadow him while he ran for comptroller, and that's when I knew what lane or what gear I had to be in as far as running for city council, man. Because if not, I said when kind of thumbing my thumbs, I not knowing what to do. You know what I mean? So he said,
you know, Judon put me to work too. So
yeah,
had me researching all type of campaign contributions and just a whole bunch of different stuff, just doing research for different state reps. So trust me, I know Judon, he can show you some stuff.
He gonna show you.
You want to learn it though, hey, he'll give it to you.
He's gonna ask you, so how deep you want to go?
Yeah, deep you want to go.
You know what I mean? But I really appreciate you, Valencia, man. Like I say, if it wasn't for you and Koyo, you know what I mean, in the beginning, I really wouldn't have kind of gotten as far as I did, you know what I mean? Because it was, you know, it does take a lot to run a campaign, you know, especially when you're not paying anybody.
Man, it takes a lot. Like I said, block walking, making phone calls, asking people for money, trying to go to events, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, and in my race, it was, I won't say it wasn't that bad, but, you know, we could have done a lot more. I will say that. You know?
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, but you were running against like what, 15 other people, 20 other people?
13.
Yeah,
13.
that was a lot of people running for one district.
So I knew it was going to be like a ground game because there was so many people. Because like when I was getting back the feedback from the people was that knock on their door. They say nobody's knocked on their door in years. So I was like, cool. So, but the thing, I mistake my lack of was circling back around either like a phone call or email.
Yeah.
I think I've done that, man.
And the responses that I got just knocking on people's doors, just handing them, you know, your flyer or whatever, you know, was great. So so I mean, people was very responsive to the door knocking as well on the campaign ride. So
yeah, definitely, man. So well, you say you've written 4 books so far, right? So what else you got planned for the rest of the year?
The rest of this year, so I'm finishing up a book for one of my clients. His name is Bobby Brown. He's a police officer in.
I'm thinking about the initial, right?
I told him, so we're going to find you an initial or something.
Right.
You can't just put Bobby Brown, but he's an officer in Fort Bend County, and he has a nonprofit organization where he helps middle school boys as well. So. Man, he got a tough story. It's taking me longer than I want to, but man, he has a very, very interesting story. I plan on this is the beginning of March, so I plan on being done with his book by the end of this month. That way I can start back working on my third book, Our Relationships.
Gotcha. Okay, so before we get off of here, let everybody know where they can find you at, where your books are, and things like that, like Instagram, Facebook, you know, Amazon, what they find you at?
Facebook, just Valencia Lee.
Okay.
My Instagram is The Right Genius 15. That's THEWRITEGENIUS 15. And my website is therightgenius.com.
Gotcha. So can they find your books on
You can find everything you need to know about me on my website.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Okay, all right. So, you have any parting words for anybody that's like, I guess, I don't want to say like having their background to limit them, but anybody going through something that's suffering from like, or having that's been diagnosed with bipolar, you have any words of encouragement for them?
Take it one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just take it one day at a time. Just keep persevering.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't give up. It does get better in the end.
Gotcha.
It does get better. So, you know, when the people that you look back at now, you know, and they look at you and say, I'm proud of you, you've done a good job, you know, it's kind of all well worth it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you a survivor. So.
That's it. You got to survive. So, with that being said, I'm Robert J. Anderson. Make sure you look for me on YouTube, that's Political Street, Facebook, Political Street, and then on Instagram, it's Robert_J_Anderson. So, until next time, y'all. Peace.